Peace to everyone. As you know, Thanksgiving is next week, and there's going to be millions of people going out of town, and some people may stay home for Thanksgiving. And it's the busiest time of the year where traveling is everywhere, and some people will cook their turkeys in the oven, and some people will try to deep fry them. But I hardly recommend it. But if you do, there are 5 safety tips for everybody to need to know. No matter what sides grace your Thanksgiving table, the starring dish is certain, but it's how you cook it that matters. So you have to think about how you're going to cook the turkey, and at what temperature you're supposed to cook it at. Turkey will be eaten in millions of American homes on Thanksgiving, and a good portion of home cooks will be deep frying their birds for the feast. But before you fry that turkey, the National Fire Protection Association extends a word of caution. According to a recent home fire involving cooking equipment report, nearly 4 times as many home cooking fires reportedly happen on Thanksgiving than any other day of the year. Further, the second leading day for home cooking fires is the day before Thanksgiving. So a lot of homes will are set on fire because they're not cooking it properly. So they want to make sure the firefighters are going to want to make sure that you are cooking it right and not burn the house down. And of course, as you see here in the picture, this is a deep fried turkey. That being said, there's no need to sacrifice deep frying your beloved bird. With a little preparation and patience, your turkey and your home will come out just fine. So before hunkering down with a pan of your favorite seasonings and some oil, read on below for 5 must-know tricks to for safe deep frying on Turkey Day. So I'm going to read the 5 steps what you need to do to keep the turkey cooked better if you're going to deep fry it. All right. 1. Prepare a safe place. First and foremost, scout out a safe area at least 10 feet away from your home. Keep the fire out of garages, decks, fences, as well as a safe distance away from trees. State Farm advises ensure that there will be no bystanders, children, or pets nearby. Once you begin, in addition, having a working fire extinguisher on hand is wise too. So, I don't 10 feet away from the home, yes. If you have to move it to the street, please do so, because then it's at least you won't be having no pets or anything around or children or anything. Move it to the street. Use a long extension cord if you have to. When you're ready to thaw the turkey, the U.S. Department of Agriculture recommends getting an early start. For every 4 to 5 pounds, let it sit out for at least 24 hours. Frozen or wet turkeys can cause hot oil to splatter, potentially causing burns. So, yes, it does cause a lot of problems with the oil splattering all over the place, and it's not very safe. So, you gotta let the turkey sit out for 24 hours. Tip number 2, be careful around the oil. Once the oil gets hot, it's easy for things to get messy. Don safety glasses, oven mitts, and an apron to handle the fryer well before the oil starts to bubble. Make sure your fryer is on a flat, level space to carefully gauge the amount of oil needed. Don't use too much oil either. Minnesota fire investigator Jamie Novak warns that pouring too much oil in could cause the burner to ignite if it spills out. So you have to be careful with the oil, how much need to put in there for the turkey to be deep fried. And so this way you could cook it better. It doesn't matter if you have to use less oil or a little bit more oil or something like that, but make sure it's on a flat surface as well. Tip 3, get the temperature just right. When cooking turkey parts, the oil temperature should be at least 325 degrees Fahrenheit, according to Nicole Johnson, Butterball Turkey Talk line expert. She adds that it may take 4 to 5 minutes per pound to reach the recommended temperatures, as dark meat should get up to an internal temperature of about 180 degrees Fahrenheit, and white meat to an internal temperature of about 170 degrees Fahrenheit, she says. So you got to make sure that the turkey is cooked at a certain temperature all the way through. It don't matter if it's dark meat, white meat, whatever kind you want it to get to be, but it has to be up to that certain degree. Number 4, monitor the turkey. Using temperature controls to monitor the blaze is much according to LDR construction. Also, and take your time while frying the turkey. Slowly raise and lower the turkey into the fryer to minimize spills and give your full attention to the process. It's wise to avoid alcohol too, and it goes without saying that you should never leave the bird unattended. So whatever you do, don't leave the bird unattended, and absolutely avoid the alcohol, because it's not a good idea to have it around the turkey, especially when you got oil that's bubbling, cooking real good in that to cook the turkey. And number 5, congratulations, you've deep fried a turkey. Be sure to remove the bird from the fryer slowly. Turn off the heat and clean up your frying space just as maliciously as you set it up. After all, you've come too far to suffer a mistake now. And when it comes time to gather around the table, be sure to revel in every compliment your savory dishes receive. So, when it comes time to having the family together, make compliments, and make sure you clean up around your cooking area, because you never know what can be spilled, or the oil, if it's spilled, clean it up immediately, because it's not really good to keep it on anywhere where it's going to be messy at. I'm out.